Guoyue has a very specific role it plays in the market. It's a fighter brand, but from who? Well, Bigme. Bigme's the only player in the space when it comes to Kaleido 3 that has as much variation and choices. The Onyx Books Tab Ultra C is amazing, and it's an all-in-one, but there's no choices outside of that. Here comes the K3, which is actually a joint venture between Guoyue and Bigme, as well as a JD collaboration, JD being a Chinese marketplace. This device features the exact same screen technology you'll find on any Kaleido 3 device, but they removed a few things that may be a little bit unnecessary, like 4G connectivity wireless and the cameras. So let's go over a little bit about what makes this unit what it is, take some notes, look at some pictures, and then call it a day. If you guys want to see the full review of the Inknote Color LITE, click the video card up above, as this is going to be the exact same thing, but we're not going to discount it just yet. We will say that it is interesting to note, all pun intended, that the colors are different. You'll see this is more of a stone clay, this is black, this is a darker kind of gunmetal, and this one is black. So we actually have a little bit of a different color scheme going on. You still get the SD, you still get the speakers, you still get microphones, you still get the pen with a laser pointer at the back. I'm not sure why you would ever need that, but it's kind of cool that it's here. Now, a lot of people are asking, do you need to charge this? No, you don't need to charge this if you want to use the Wacom pen. You can use that, no problem. In fact, this pen works on anything, and any other pen works on here. Amazon Kindle Scribe, the Remarkable pen, the Onyx pen, the Guoyue pen, everything's going to work on here, and vice versa. You only need to charge it via the pogo pins on the side if you want to use the voice dictation, the page turns, and if you want to use the laser pointer. That's the only reason you would need to charge this. On this unit, you get everything on the side here that scrolls up and down. You get all your apps in the middle if you are on the apps section. Notes will have all your notes, library will have all your books, and so forth. Everything's going to give you prompts because it is a new unit. If you swipe the top down, this is where you get all the interesting things like split screen, global handwriting, and the most important e-ink center. This is where you're going to have all of your speed modes. You do have 4 speed modes, and Regal, which is a very clean mode that kind of allows you full quality, as well as an image 256 grayscale gradient mode, which a lot of manufacturers already implement into their speed modes, but Bigme actually allows you to choose it either on or off. You also get normal and extreme. We'll show you videos in a little bit. Let us go to the device storage and just look at books very quickly. We're not going to spend too much time on books today because there's no real reason. Can it read books? Yes, that's the answer to the question. It reads books, it reads it totally fine. You can download the Kindle app. It comes with the Kindle app built in, and there's no problem with text or anything whatsoever. It looks great, it performs well, and it's all going to be as good as the app you're using. And the stock app allows you to take notes on the screen, which the Kindle didn't even do when you started it. So that's what that all is. You can go to PDFs, and it's much the same thing. If you open it via X Reader, you're going to be able to take notes right out of the gates. You can change the color palette, you can swipe, and this is true A5 paper, which means it's pretty close to a full sheet, although it's not. The only e-reader size that will fit a full sheet is 13.3 and beyond. This one will not fit a sheet of paper, so which that means is everything's going to be scaled down a little bit, but you can pinch and zoom, colors are vibrant, all that fun stuff. So you will see that this brings you the same characteristics as all the other units do. Most important thing about this obviously is the color, and before we get into the note-taking experience, we want to take some time to actually go through the file manager and look at some pictures, because this is where we're going to see all of the beauty of this unit. Now, we're just going to take a more of a casual approach moving forward on this because we have to show you a few things. That maybe to you guys, you might say, well, that doesn't look that great. And you're kind of right. With color e-paper, especially Kaleido, you have to do some things to change your experience. You just have to. You have to change the vivid enhancement. You have to change the dark enhancement. It'd be a good idea to even change the refresh frequency to get rid of the ghosting. Color brightness is also advised to move up a little bit. Make sure you're on HD 256 to give you the best possible look. Final thing, it is recommended that you turn on the glow light a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot, but we recommend it a little bit. And let's turn off the warm light and just use cold, and we're gonna lower it down to about there. Once we're in a good position, turn off the warm light once again. I accidentally clicked that. Now we're seeing the true vibrancy of color. This is color e-paper, but it looks almost like an LCD. Obviously it doesn't, but what I'm saying is you can change the ways so it doesn't look too saturated, doesn't look too washed out. This looks good, and those settings will remain throughout all of the pictures you're going to view. So we're still on image 256. We have a couple taps on the screen to trigger the refresh frequency, and sometimes that doesn't work, so you have to go back and maybe do another action, and you'll see right there. And actually you can also go here and use the floating ball tool to go ahead and do a refresh or go home or do anything. There's a lot of kind of cool features that has. You can see that looks amazing, the hair on the bird. It just looks so good. It looks vibrant. It looks clean and crisp. A lot of people say that color e-paper like Kaleido and color e-paper like GALY has problem with green. I don't know where that stemmed from. Green is no problem whatsoever. Green works. You'll see a lot of these have green in them. This is a really cool kind of colorful, vibrant shot that we like to showcase. Some guy with some binoculars and says, wow, this is not going to look as good as GALY. And you can see in the description down below, we'll have some GALY information as well if you guys want to go over there and check that out. It's never going to look as good as GALY, but this is usable. You can actually function with this. Now we're going to show you something else. You might say, well, that's really slow if you're kind of just getting into Kaleido. It is slow, and that's because we're on a very fast speed mode. When we go to extreme, the thing becomes much quicker, and you get that fluidity. You see that? It's almost like it's manageable, and it's relatable to a tablet you may have used before. So in terms of colors, it looks fantastic. You just need to do a bunch of things to make it kind of your own. If you don't mind it looking a little bit hazy, keep it on extreme. Move it over to normal if you want an even balance, or put it HD 256 if you really want that depth, you really want that realism. You do have some gesture support. You can go up, left, and right, and it does different things, so keep that in mind as well. We're going to make a new note with the laser pointer pen. I love that it has a laser pointer. It's the only stylus with a laser pointer. With a Bigme device, you can customize all your pens at the top, and you get all the color choices for each one as well. You do get a bunch of colors. You get 16 colors. I like the brush, and I like the full size, because then you can really get an idea of what everything's looking like. The screen feel is not that great. It is very Onyx Books Tab Ultra C. It's just kind of smooth and slippery. It doesn't have a whole lot of grip. We're not a Xiaomi Note or a Remarkable or even a Fujitsu Quaderno. This is just a very slippery experience. It's not realistic, but that is in the eye of the beholder. A lot of people are subjective to say that I like it to be more smooth and glidey. Totally your prerogative. I 100% appreciate that. We personally, a lot of people here at Goody Reader, like a more realistic kind of paper pen feel, and you're just not getting that on the Bigme or the Guoyue. It's not happening. It doesn't feel like that. When you have Color Kaleido, the main advantage outside of it being very fast is the fact that you can blend colors and they don't bleed into each other. You'll see right here we have a bunch of kind of things on the screen. Let's do a force refresh and you'll see that it is so clean next to each other. It's not all sloshy and muddy like a DES screen, and it's not as slow as a GALY screen. Kaleido 3 is the golden standard of note-taking, and there is no better realistic color experience than Kaleido. And when we say realistic, we mean something that you can just genuinely use on a daily basis. You have a bunch of different pens. You have brush, pencil, pen, ball pen, and highlight. Highlighter is going to allow you to make different highlightable shapes. So for example, I go like that, I can go like that, and this all kind of we showcased on the GALY, because the GALY actually looked really good with these kind of very vibrant colors on the screen. It's such a cool experience, Bigme. They give you everything you'll need to. They give you shapes, templates, insert. You can do OCR, which is original character recognition. You can do translations. You can do a lot of things. You get rotate as well. Last thing we got to show you guys is videos, because we have to show you how to really utilize those speed modes. Bigme has brought you 3 iterations of Kaleido 3 10.3 inch so far, thus giving you the most options out of any manufacturer. This one lowers the price even further, getting Kaleido 3 into your hands as quick as humanly possible. Doesn't bring anything particularly new to the game, but instead gives you a more attainable approach at what the market has for the latest and greatest color technology.